we go.
Gelade, well done. A formidable fortress in the old style. We don't
Your
build them
mind
like
comes
this
bearing
anymore, you know.
questions, Watcher.
Not by the sea. Too vulnerable to cannons.
There's a slow chill, and for a moment it seems as if she's going to fade from your vision, as if she can't bear to be seen.
The title came unbidden. I do not know why I spoke of it. Yet it seemed the right mantle, a familiar one.
Yet I do not know from where it came, if I have given offense. Oddly enough, it feels like she's not speaking to you, it feels like she's speaking to an audience. The air takes on a curious edge, a chill, which persists for a sharp moment, then fades to a dull fear. If I've given offense, forgive me, forgive me. You would know more than I. I do not know. It is an old feeling. I do not know where it stems from. It is a word that arose when you saw me. It is said watchers see much that others do not, and I have been hidden from the eyes of others for some time. How is it no one can see?
Their eyes see me, but their minds will not remember past the call.
Call?
My face is like the call of a newborn, hiding the face beneath. And for my body, I am able to wrap myself as a mother cradling her child. I am here, as you see me, but to them, their eyes see only the cloak that I wear, a peasant mother, dirty, shabby, not worth knowing. As a watcher, you see more than others. To the eyes of most, I am as unseen as the spirits you share memories with.
I divert the flow of their senses down a different path, to a place easily forgotten. It is not unwelcome when one does not desire the presence of others. The surface of their minds register a figure. The memory slips away. I see a woman, but there is no desire for conversation, no desire for any questions, and I have none to ask.
I do not know. What do you speak of? If you were in my thoughts, I could not feel your presence, nor do I know what you saw there.
As she speaks, you suddenly feel an odd sensation in your mind, like the blood of the hunt welling up in you. You suddenly realize that, whether she permits it or not, you could enter her dream and observe it without her ever knowing. There's something about her mind, like a weapons rack, where you can reach in and draw forth a blade if you wished and keep it as your own. And suddenly you find yourself back in your present thoughts, though you are away for but a moment. She seems unaware of your diversion of thought. It may be one of your gifts, an ability to walk in memories as easily as someone walks upon the ground. Can I try again? Or actually this one. A mixture of curiosity and fear wells up between you. She raises her left hand, chiming at her wrists, quelling the rise within her. She is frightened, but curious. Curiosity anchors her.
And what did you see in my memories? I would hear you speak of them.
It was you helping give birth to a child. There is silence, and as you breathe, your breath falls still. You hear the faint cry of a child in the distance, a newborn child, exactly like you heard in the dream. As you listen, the grieving mother raises both her hands as if weaving, her wrists chiming as she does so, in a semblance of the gentle turning she provided while the newborn was crowning. To your surprise, you recognize the motions and the words from the memory, even as they are new to you. As she weaves her hands through the air in front of her, the child's cry grows still. Yet the sound of the chimes weave almost hypnotically into your thoughts. The sky seems sharp and clear, and you feel as if you are towering over your surroundings, as if kneeling atop a great pillar, just as she did in the memory. To your surprise, the grieving mother falls as if her strings were cut, and her knees crack hard against the ground. Her hands never cease moving in the air, the chimes echoing her movements. In a ragged voice you hear her speak. The voice is that of a much older woman than the one before you, harsh, almost desperate.
Tell me what you saw. Show me what you saw. Where were you?
Oh, crap. Oh man, I don't actually remember which one. Okay, this time I am going to look something up because I don't want to mess this up, and I did it so long ago that I don't remember. She kneels before you on the ground. She whispers to you hoarsely and even fainter with the distance between you.
The stone of the plateau. Its color. Tell me its color.
It was silver azure warmed by the sun. As you watch her hands rise before her, she clasps them, then cups them as if feeling them for the first time, and she stares down into the cradle of her hands, and the chimes sound once, twice, as they swing with the movement.
And what did these hands hold?
I'm not sure. There was a child you were bringing forth in your hands. I don't recall. There was a sudden intake of breath and then a release. Her eyes blur closed, forming into slits, but in a brief glimpse you have of her changing expression, the rippling pain in her features seem to have smoothed. She swallows once, twice, and then you feel her once again in your thoughts, the rasping husk of her voice swallowed and drawn within her.
It was the birthing bell you saw. Has it been so long? Have I forgotten so much?
With the words comes a river of impulses, thoughts, as if loosed from her breaking dam. And as your mind wraps the impulses into words, you realize it is her muscles and her hardened thoughts relaxing and breathing again. There's such an intensity you almost want to step back from the flow, but you find the wave of impulses cause questions to float to the surface. Among them is a name, Watcher. It's the birthing bell.
It is a plateau formed of the spirit stone Audra. At its top is set a great bell, cradled in the reaching arm of the plateau. It stirs in the wind, and it sounds for leagues when struck by kith hands. In distant times, the great bell served as a Glanfathan watchtower, perhaps. Why they abandoned it, I do not know. Other men came in time, settlers, and claimed the tower as their own. I, in turn, claimed it from them. The pillar became a cradle where I could draw new souls into the world.
You help a woman give birth?
Yes. Yet, I believe you only saw a small part of the birthing ritual. It is not all in a moment, nor in a day. It is a journey of many years between the child, the mother, and I.
There was much I could do to aid the mother. Some sought the physical comforts of ritual to steady their thoughts, even Audra from the bell. Others would seek advice, words of counsel from the days ahead. I was able to provide drops, tinctures, and a reading of the child's spirit, all to strengthen the mother.
The ritual was one of many steps. It took many tens of years to carve them, but always the child's thoughts were there to guide me from the moment it began to awaken, to the 3 seasons within the mother, to the birthing day, and the years to follow. The child's thoughts, that is where it began. The expectant mother, I could often sense her thoughts, and those of her child, before she could. I would soothe her, free her from the panic of questions. I would sound the memory of the birthing bell atop the plateau in her mind, letting the memory of the vibrations fill my thoughts and hers. Often, the child's soul could hear it too, so the sound of the bell echoed in the mother's thoughts.
You mentioned the ritual lasts years. What would happen after the birth? Once the pain is channeled away and the mother and child breathe again, I sound the birthing bells on my wrists and allow the mother to hear the child's thoughts, the ringing echo in each other's thoughts. The bells open the way between them, letting her feelings pass into the newborn and let her feel the child in return. And when the feelings meet, that is when I weave another memory and leave it tied in their minds. Yes, and for years after, I gave a set to the child after delivery. It is a reminder of the memory that the mother and child shared. You feel an odd sensation of warmth, and you can feel a small A smile being shared, then it flickers and it's gone. As the bells coax the child forth, so they accompanied the child onwards, fastened about the wrists, to care for him in mind and body. There's no magic in it except the magic of practicality. The child sought to leave their cradles or escape their cribs. The mother could know through the warning of the chimes alone. At times, if the bond was strong, so would I. If not watched, children. Much trouble may be had from the tiny hands. Yeah, no, don't I know it. The chimes are kept until the child needs them no longer. When I no longer can hear them sounding in my mind, I know their spirit has changed, and the bonds we share are long gone. This shedding may last many years, but a few, but it is necessary. Sharing memories and thoughts can bond lives together, as can hardships, and most of all, the sharing of what is familiar. The bell itself provided shelter for such thoughts, opportunities to see it deep into the crevice, hollows in the rock where one could find shelter, clefts where you could feel the Adra all around you. As she speaks, you feel your legs bent, crossed in the warmth of walls around you and blankets woven thick beneath you. Such shared images can bond souls even tighter and allow them to draw strength from each other. Children are fragile things. Even the ties of blood and mind may not be enough. They must be watched, and even then the body may fail the mind. But if watched, even the most sickly child may cling to life if determined enough, and many of their souls were tied to me. If the child's spirit failed, I could sound the chimes in their mind and grant them strength, even from afar. It did not always serve, but it gave hope. Sounds like you've seen tragedy too. Enough to never wish to feel it again. In the times before the bell, children who died were cast upon the waters of the lake beyond the bell, sometimes, while alive, if their paths and futures were deemed weak. It was a different time. Children were treated carelessly. Those times are past. Ask what you will, I will provide what answers I can. Why would you give a telling of a child's spirit?
Many would come seeking their child's future, or a reading into the child's past, the lives its soul is said to have lived.
There's a slow chill, and for a moment, it seems as if she's going to fade from your vision, as if she can't bear to be seen, and there's a spike of fear, alarm.
Such things are not mine to see. I meant no offense.
Oddly enough, it feels like she's not speaking to you. It feels like she's speaking to an audience. The air takes on a curious edge, a chill which persists for a sharp moment, then fades to a dull fear. Something about watchers. As the thought of watchers crosses your mind, you feel a sharp pain, stabbing, and the sudden burn of lashes across your back and shoulder, and then it is gone, and you feel the grieving mother before you, silent, almost fearful and wary.
I was something else, but because the title Watcher was cast on me, the word carried a weight I had neither earned nor deserved. The world seems filled with such titles. They distract, I think, from the actions of the person, from their strengths.
Why did you believe you were a watcher?
The world has many corners, and in some corners the name Watcher is more known. It is an easier title than others, and at times it is easier to wear. Placing a title upon what is unknown can dispel the fear of it, and I did not fight it. I even believed it true, though I knew little of the ways of watchers. It even granted me strength. I was able to see the thoughts of others, shape them, and help guide souls. Watcher seemed enough, and the name seemed to matter little in the light of one's acts. I drew upon the present. I felt the soul of the mother before me, and used that to tell the child's path, to give it a voice. If only the thoughts of the mother and the emotions that lie beneath were mine to impart. I did, and so I used that as the telling of their child's future. Futures fulfilled by one's own spirit are as strong as anything seen by another's eyes. And if one draws from the emotion of the mother, it matters only when harm is done. And their lives I knew well. I could weave their lives, their thoughts over time, to the mother, to the child, and once the child had been born, was sheltered, I could relax the threads of thought until the child could stand on its own. This is my calling, to show them the life I see before them, and even greater, make them believe it.
It's not what a watcher does.
Even the most strongly worded tells may not be enough to save a child and allow it to be born. If I have the strength to strip away the stem of a mother's spite to expose kindness, weave nurturing from disdain and neglect, then that is my calling. And with the weight of Watcher behind my thoughts, these tells gain strength. Strength I never possessed on my own. They believed. And what they believed became the truth. With each child that was set upon that path, the title of Watcher became stronger. You must understand, without such weight upon my words, many lives would have been lost, drowned, cast in the lake beyond the bell. Now the trail to the lake is lost and reclaimed by the forest, as was meant. A Watcher was not there to look over us, but it was a Watcher that saved them. And with a Watcher's strength, children were born, were cared for, and grew strong. What use is a frightened will when a spirit is at stake? Would you let the fears of a mother end her newborn's life? You felt it in the memory, the weight of it, the importance of the child's life. It was a memory we shared.
Not the truth, is it? And suddenly there is a rasping cry across your consciousness. She raises her hands and you see the chimes draped from them, yet they make no sound as she moves.
A greater good was done, and children were saved. It is a choice you may be forced to make one day, and when faced with it, you will make the same one.
When that happens, I'll be making my own choice.
This choice is not yours to make, Watcher. You will do as the world needs, as its children need. It is greater than you and your twist of sight.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm here.
Hey.
There's a lot of trouble to go to. You sure you don't want to just wait around for Theos to come kill you?
It makes two of us. In my way. I don't suppose he expects me to show up at his temple these days. Not much left to do for him other than keep his memory alive and keep hoping that he's just been playing a joke on all of us these past 15 years.
As far as I know, he hasn't said anything to anybody since the Godheimer detonated. Well, if it turns out he's not dead and I gave up on him, I'd have betrayed my god twice. Even the god of redemption's gotta have standards. I'd probably be reborn as a fat Alma's horse. Not really it, though. Not all of it, anyway. Guess it's more I still believe in the things he believed in. I just hope its death doesn't mean the death of those things as well. Sometimes that looks that way.
If you're looking to find religion, maybe you want to start with a god that hasn't been burned to dust, but I won't stop you. Aethys, he was a young man with a silver crown. Carried a candle around with him. Sounds like I'm giving a bad eulogy here.
He was, well, there's a lot of different things to different people, I guess. Rebirth, redemption, light. Out in the country, he's gone. Juan, the farmer who helps all things pass seasons and people both. He watches over the week, does go on. Season balance made right. You could say we are. You can see why all the copperless rowdies around here might take a liking to someone like that. He was real popular here for some time. These days, you won't find too many worshipping Eothas in the open. It's hard to know who still does it in private and who's given up. Feels like I'm the last one sometimes. If that's the case, he deserves all the mourning.
What's on your mind?
If you're sure. What did you do before this?
Oh, other than the war, I never strayed too far from where you found me. Farming, mostly. I was never much for cities. Never learned a trade. In my younger days, I thought I was going to go preach the word of Aethys. Just in our temple there. My parents encouraged it. I made so much trouble for them growing up. They used to say it'd be best if I got in good with the God of Redemption. Of course, us blowing him up probably didn't help my chances there. But if anybody'd forgive you for blowing him up, it'd be Aethys. They, they did. It was strange timing, because we just won the war. They celebrated when I came home. There was music and dancing. Trumbull used half his grain making this big honey cake. I still dream about that cake. Like having the best lover of your life, but only for one night. And they were all sorry to hear about my brother. It took a while for word of the purges to reach us. Aethasians being murdered in the streets. Cold morn and the like. No way would they let something like that happen in Gilded Vale. That's what they all said. But the weeks went by and the purges spread. Pretty soon they weren't so sure my brother fought for Deerwood. And they weren't so sure I did. Caught me by surprise after all the celebrating. Should have seen it coming after the tailor said he was gonna fit me for some new clothes, but then all he wanted was my neck measurement. Nah, not that last part. But you had to think about it. Says a lot about the place I've been calling home all these years.
Just my parents now. They took a ship back to Adair when the purges started. Wanted me to go with them, but I didn't see things like they did. Been a long time since I've seen them. I really should visit, but for some reason I haven't felt much like leaving home. Good thing they chased me out, or I might have never left.
Woden was, about everything you'd want your firstborn son to be. Dutiful, honest, put thought into everything he did. Real pain in my ass. Made me look bad about every way he could. It wasn't something he tried to do, but of course that just makes it worse. Not that he didn't get into trouble himself. He was just better about feeling guilty after. But we used to have this farmer near us, Harrow. Couldn't stop talking about how well he cared for his chickens. How their feathers were the whitest in town. Convinced the butcher to pay him double what the other farmers got. Me and Woden got tired of hearing it. I was maybe 11, 12 at the time. We borrowed about 6 different dyes from the dyer one night. Dyed Harroward's chickens every color but white. Next morning, the butcher comes knocking, asking for 6 of his whitest chickens. We were feeling great, up until Harroward saw what we'd done. He just got on his knees and cried right there. All those colorful chickens around him not knowing what to make of it. I thought it served him right, but I could tell Woden had other thoughts. Sure enough, the next day, every one of those chickens had been scrubbed down. They weren't white, mind you, but Woden sure tried. Never said a word to me about it, but I knew. That was Woden. My parents, they always let us be who we were. Never told me to be more like him or anything like that. Which was good, because I was never gonna. Well, I'm sure my parents are still wondering the same thing. The Aethasian purges were like this madness had come over the town, like a disease. Seems like when you see something like that, your instinct is to wait for it to pass, even when you know it probably won't. The family whose farm I worked on, they had a little hollow-born girl. And they heard the Animancers had this cure, the salvation it was called. They went running. This salvation, they were putting animal souls in children. You might have heard about it, giving them enough personality to care for themselves. You can guess how that turned out. Matter of time, the children broke down, became wild things, monsters. Anyway, these farmers put the family dog's soul in their little girl. For a while, the girl, she's making eye contact, she's feeding herself, albeit in a kind of messy way. And one day she snaps. They found her gnawing on her brother's bones. Had to chain her up, put her in a cow pen. Well, the mother, she wouldn't have anything to do with the girl after that. But the father, he'd visit every day, feed her chickens, toss water on her once in a while to get the dirt off. Most of the village, they'd whisper about him. Poor man, they'd say. Sick with grief. He was just waiting for his daughter to look up one day and recognize her papa. He was waiting for her to get better. Didn't understand that at the time, of course, but these days I think about him a lot. What's on your mind?
Okay, now let's talk to you.
If those Delamgon are right, you and I are stuck with our awakenings.
Not quite the news I was hoping for.
Which means we gotta focus on finding Theos.
Yes, focus on the goal. A sensible perspective, particularly in the midst of such uncertainty. And while I hate to turn the subject back to myself, this all has me thinking about Isilmir. I'm stuck with her now. I know.
And on the bright side, I've got plenty of time to figure out how to deal with her.
I've been thinking about it a lot lately. About her recklessness, her unpredictability. About how my own irresolution is to blame. I need to start taking control. And that begins here.
Even as he says it, something struggles within him. The muscles in his face twitch and his skin quivers. His eyes roll back in his skull, exposing slivers of white. Sweat beads and glistens on his brow. For several seconds, he sighs and looks back at you. That wasn't as difficult as I expected. I think deep down, I'd always hoped to find a solution elsewhere. When I was a child, I always thought my mother would come home with a mysterious cure, or that my father, without knowing it, could somehow send her away just as he called her forth. I can't pretend that I didn't spend years of my arcane training hoping that one of my instructors would have the answers somewhere in his grimoire. When I joined the Leaden Key, I hoped and believed that with enough loyal service I'd gain the ear of someone in the organization who could help me. Even when I met you and I realized your talent, your unique talents, I hoped that you might be able to reach into my soul the way I've seen you do with so many others. I've been looking for someone else to solve my problem, and now I realize that I've got to face it on my own. Been with you the whole way. Why still?
That means a great deal to me. Truly. That reminds me of something else the Delamgon said. About the gods not being real.
It did tell us to pray to the gods, so that can't be entirely true.
Yes, I suppose so. Still, I can't help but worry at the state we'd be in if that was somehow true. If there were no power guiding us in this life and shepherding us to the next.
I just hope that's not the case.
Well, truer words were never said.
How do you feel after this? Just calmer, content. It's odd. For so long I fought her, lashing out at her intrusions and incursions without actually stopping her. I wasn't used to taking decisive action, and I didn't believe I'd have the power over someone who had infiltrated my own mind. It was a pleasant surprise to see I was wrong. That's it. Alright. We're gonna
I'm
go
here.
into the path of Kidwa. Pretty sure. Oh.
Shh.
My thought.
Shoot. Apparently Blueberry and Edar are somehow in the back and I don't know how.
This will be a. Silent as my feet.
Yeah, I need you to attack him. And I need you guys to attack her.
I'm ready.
Stand together!
That's it!
At once.
Laying low.
I have to make sure that the tanks get in front.
Look there!
Oh, hey. Diamonds!
That's it!
Oh, wait.
Not.
I'm ready. Be at Border Be at
Yeah, that's good enough.
I'm here.
Oh, what's that? Renya's leaves. It's a rapier. Neat.
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
Be cautious. Be constant.
Oh. Just in case, we're gonna do that again.
Breathing.
Now I need everybody to do that.
Repels my touch.
That's it.
It's no use!
Mow it.
This one repels my touch.
It's all blood.
Okay, where did the shades come from? This is getting ridiculous. Reload. Where's my quick save? Okay. Okay, Blue.
I'm ready.
Really? They're not coming out of that corner?
How may I help?
Hey,
My mind feels sharp.
That's it.
lava!
I'm here.
Stand together! My mind feels sharp as steel.
I'm...
That was a whole
Yes?
annoying.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
Crap.
I'd be glad to.
winding mass of vicious thorns and thick vines spans the gap between the cavern walls. There are spaces here and there in the vegetation, and you can see into the chamber beyond, but it will be difficult to pass through unscathed. Cut away with the veg. You deal a sturdy blow to the nearest vine and get a little result. These vines seem unnaturally resistant. No amount of hacking and smashing or cutting seems to have much effect. It would take far too long to cut away all the way across the wall. Side leg barbs tear and scrape at you as you pass, surrounding you in a hailstorm of slush. Great effort, you scrabble clear of the vines, stumbling out into the space beyond and out of reach. Okay, so if I wanted to have avoided that guy, then I could have. Alright. You got a concussion. Awesome. Well, I wanted to sleep anyway, so sounds good. Best stream ever, where I just sit here and chew on some checks.
Quietly now.
Fat squirming larva bob in this green liquid.
Stand together! Yes?
Slowly now.
I'm here. Stand together!
That's it!
Nice and quiet.
These nests appear to have been abandoned and claimed by spiders. A few hold bones and remains. Robe figures blocks passage. Their heads bear a fearsome resemblance to those of the spiders that infested these caverns, their mandibles clacking in small and constant movements. In the dim light of the caverns, their round black eyes gleam like gems. They look up as you approach. You feel a peculiar, itchy sensation in your head, as if someone were running thin fingers through your thoughts. A muted sense of distress fills your mind, followed by a far louder screech of alarm from one of the robed creatures. As one, the creatures turn towards you and attack.
That's it!
Absolutely.
Fifth rack brain? Oh boy.
Laying low.
I'm still paralyzed.
Eyes open.
Doke doke. I guess let's see what's this way. Oh, more spirals.
Stand together.
Dead spider. Something over here.
My mind feels...
Stand together.
Absolutely.
I'm here.
Eyes open.
How about that? Stand together.
Most inconvenient. That's it.
Poison!
Stand together. I'm here.
Permet Kong?
I'm here.
Hey,
I'm ready.
Oh, hey, another piece of the blade. Woohoo!
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
These remains are old and brittle, and the scattered fragments along the cavern floor suggest they were dragged here.
Look there.
Dang it.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places. What?
What's this? Lore giving a perception, resolve, dexterity. Pretty.
I'm here.
Alright, there's obviously something up here in this north. What's this? Boy, you feel a sharp and sudden pain in your head, immediately followed by a harsh and alien voice. Ajek, Kalithua ne, human, Adirvasti. Creature makes a peculiar clacking sound before its voice speaks in your mind once more. I name it trespasser, killer, linger in the bright places. Where is it going? Searching for the master below. It seeks servitude. Creature lets out a rattling hiss, perhaps laughter. There is no master. All is dead below. You too now. Well, drat. Alright, well, let's see. And I need you to do your thing so that everybody is done.
Lavaru, be on seek!
Vethrak sinks to one knee, hissing, gurgling, rattling at his throat. It is vile, scheming thing. I curse its eggs, its family. May it go stumbling into the dark to die. Finish it, worm. Taking you back. Except you are stunned.
Come on, Palutena, hang in there. Hey.
Hours there.
Yes?
Hey.
Nice and quiet.
I could skip that part up there, but the completionist in me doesn't want to. I think I think we're gonna sleep. Uh-oh, one of my streams went down. Not sure which one though. Gotta find out. Oh, nope, they're both good. Thought something went down. But it was lies. Okay.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Oh, there's another named one. You feel a scratching sensation in your head, followed by a sudden high-pitched ringing. Scattered images flash within your mind's eye. You see a massive nest set against a cavern wall, stretching up into the darkness, a vast network of webs somewhere far beneath the surface. You see, too, the sentries you have recently slain, their bodies lying crumpled on the cavern floor. When the images fade, you see another of the spider-faced creatures standing before you. It raises its clawed hands. You feel another twinge inside your skull, and then words emerge within your mind, in a voice wholly alien to your thoughts. Rek duvathe, na rot reknat. Creature pauses, its fangs twitching. Caldina fosta agranina? Do you know any Adiran? Creature makes a strange chittering noise. In your head you hear adire, tongue. Many turns of wheels since last given thought. Animal is trespassing. Nests are here. Risk much in defending. Protectors are dead. Animal is sated. Animal listens now. The creature makes a clacking sound. Not fighting. Animal spider face. I'll listen. There's no need for more fighting. Yes, animal is not needing to fight. Vithrak greet you. Welcome to Nest. Animal is keeping peace. What are you doing here? Vithrak searching, seeking knowledge for home, for colonies. Threfek Nareth. Far away, long time we have searched. We grew sick with memory of home, made nests, made new home, found what we seek. Master of this place, the Vithrak gestures at the walls around you. Grew Adra, not cutting, breaking, growing, shaping, and Vithrak could find secret. Making great works, statue, machines, Vithrak could weave silk and Adra both. Our nest becomes stronger, colony becomes stronger. All of us weaving great works. You feel a sudden melancholy for the Vithrak. We are close, finding machines, crystals, but finding Adra men, too, in place below. Have lost many, too many. Human animal is strong. Defeated other animals, killed guards, could help Vithrak. What exactly are you looking for? Things for study, things of Adra, all in the ruins below. Must see how Ode Noir makes Adra men. Adra shells, yes? Animal does not need to kill Adra men, just needs shells. Also needing part from machine, part like a heart of the machine. Adra and shining metal. Last piece is Ardra. Not the Ardra from Walls. It's different. Pure, hard to find. Chikrek is hoping there is some below. If human animal brings these things, Vethrago animal great debt will help colony. Help us. Can go home after so long waiting for this great thing. Chitrak would reward animal. Tell me about the Vithrak. Back. What is human animal? Vithrak people see what others do not. See light inside dull shell. See great and burning light. Vithrak speak without voices, and in many hundreds of souls in great city. Stravex Nareth is colony, a great journey. Animal would walk a long time to reach it. What's colony like? Great light in darkness. Many hearts live together, lives together, building. Someday we return. What language are you speaking for? Do you know anything about the master of this place? Erek Narek Odnua. Name bleeds through walls, but Vithrak do not know face, voice. Vithrak see great works. See statue? Yes. Master of many things. Master of Ardra, of many voices, trapped in stone. Of things below. Much to admire. I'll be on my way. Good. Then Vithrak wish swift journey. Alright, so it's nice that I don't actually have to fight everything. Small spider huddles in the back of these nests. It hisses. What's that? Meh. These large nests appear to be woven from a thick, sturdy silk. 8 eyes glittering, looking at you. Alright, I think that's all. Yep. Okay.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Say silently as you approach, its dark eyes gleaming, its voice in your mind is pleasantly melodic. Adra tongue is welcome. Krivy happy to see. Many new things here. Many crystals. I take you like shiny objects. Yes, is shining. Much light, many colors, in veins of world. It's going down to heart, Krivy thinks. Who is Krivy? Is Krivy. What are you doing? Is studying Escavar. Ardra. How growing, shaping, using. In Stravek Nareth, Ardra not growing. Krivy will learn secret. Krivy also hunting supplies. Isaac is helping. Is searching caves in south. Is going alone too. Krivy is not liking. I think I've run into Isaac. She attacked me without warning, and I was forced to defend myself. Krivy sees. Krivy is sorry for Isaac's actions. Is very strange. Isaac acting so. Many strange things in this place. Krivik is collecting many things while studying Ardra. Not all stones alike, yes? Having pretty stones. Take, please. Krivy thanks. At your tongue. Is good to know. Totally did not steal that book. I just took all the spells. Woohoo! Even at a distance, these bottles and jars exude strange odors, small, grotesque items floating in the murky liquid.
I'm here.
You know anything about the master below? Kirby knows many things, but not any master. Is asking to Jark? Alright. Fair. Well, yes. Farewell.
At once.
master's tools. Faintly good, cool. Ithic Noir. Faintly bad, oh no. Is that because I had to kill the dude? Probably.
I shall be discreet.
Whoa. This is gonna suck. It's a good thing I saved right beforehand.
That's it!
That's not very helpful. Rift!
It's no use!
Don't even...
This one repels my
Ooh, what the heck? There's a spirit here now. Come, help me here. The spirit holds his hands just above the shattered machine, poised as if to pull on some unseen component. Brace there, and we will be rid of this one. Each word seems to resolve itself in your mind in an instant after it's spoken, as you recall the Withian tongue. He waits a moment, evidently for someone to take up position. Pull hard now. There! He sags back, wiping his brow. These machines, to think how many souls have felt their touch. How many of those willing, I wonder. And breaking the machines. It would go faster if we knew what enchantments were upon them. They might be easily be activated as destroyed. Don't worry, I knew what I was doing. Come, they've already started sealing the upper floors. We'll be the last out, at this rate. Dorius means to work some spell upon that door. Use Odnua's servants against him. What kind of spell? He cannot unmake the door entirely, but he can change its position, or its purpose. The oath, you see, if Odnua's servants are pledged to his defense, then we shall pledge ourselves to his destruction. Man gives you a fierce grin, turning away. From one step to another, he has faded, only to appear once more besides the machine.
I'm here. Yes?
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
I'm gonna change this one up just slightly. I think blue needs to be like right there, just in case.
Slowly now.
No, it still keeps going. Oh, this is gonna suck. Okay. Just do this. 'Cause I really don't want to be mind controlled.
That's not very helpful.
That's for my friends!
No, I haven't. Hi, Gustavo. I haven't played Divinity Original Sin. Although I think you're like the second or third person that has suggested it to me.
That's true.
I'll put it on my list. That's for sure.
Stand together! That's...
Oh, shoot, she paralyzed me.
Don't even slow it down!
I'm here.
This is my first time playing this game. I'm hoping that this will be the first time I finish this game too. Like this whole streaming that I've done of Pillars is the first time I played this game. Okay.
Yes?
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Yay, campfire. Alright. Alright, Blue. Go be my sacrificial lamb. What's in here? A spirit.
I'm here. I'm here.
Alright.
I'd be glad to.
I can't disarm this trap. And Blue was
Interesting.
able to totally walk right through it too. Emeralds. Nice. This hazy figure is tall and heavily built, and it's shifting. Its distinct face is turning toward the floor, as if it were deep in thought. You hear a faint murmuring in the rolling cadence of prayer. From time to time, the spirit seems to sway in place. As you approach, the spirit raises his voice, and you recognize the familiar sounds of the Abwithian tongue. And no more shall souls splinter upon the wheel. Hear me, great father. I am pledged against your foes, and the greatest of these is death. Spirit turns its face towards you in a swift motion. For a moment, its features blur, and then resolve into what appears to be a man's visage, his eyes fixed upon you. You are late. Sorry I was delayed. Spirit turns his face away. They will be here soon, to cast us down, to unmake our work. It is nearly too late. God, spare me from vague spirits. Too late for what? He shifts, standing straighter. Are you ready? He raises his hands, and you think You see the glint of metal through the second glance reveals nothing. They have placed your crest upon the animate, alongside my own. You're going to sacrifice yourself? He shakes his head. Those of faith remain, and we are children of the wheel. Death is not for us. Spirit's gaze slides away from you as you depart. Even as you move away, he reaches out an arm for someone else, smiling. Okay.
I'm here.
Well, shh. There was no trap there. Glimmering ardor fragment. So that's what you want from that. Everybody
Yes?
out.
Nice and quiet.
Sacrificial blueberry. Oh boy. It's a lot of cades. Okay, you have got to have...
What?
Alright. You guys are going to attack that one. But you need to have at least something that can protect everybody from paralyzed. There we go.
What?
Alright. There we go. Everybody go attack this one. Blue's doing good. You should heal him.
Moe. Moe iksi ana.
I'm here.
I shall be discreet.
Certainly.
Hydra has grown into the crevices of this weathered shells like fungus pushing past stone and copper. A hazy form stands before you. From time to time, the blurring features resolve into what you take to be an elven man. I can't do this anymore. How am I going to explain? How can we possibly give him what he wants? The spirit speaks in quick, hushed bursts of Ingwethian and shakes his head as if to answer his own questions. He's going to kill me. He's killed so many. Why should he stop here? Who is going to kill you? Great Father, Master, Odnoir. I'm trying all that I can do. All of us are, but we've come to the edge of what's possible. What does he want? Figure paces a few steps, raising his hands to his temples. What we cannot give him, even after all this time, there is so much we don't know. He wants his son, the boy he knew, whole and preserved, returned to him. But people, souls, they don't always remember. Who's to say his son will remember being his son at all? Remember his father's face. I have seen mothers forget their children. Who are you? He's brought so many people down here. I hear such terrible things from upper floors. Even here, these constructs. I cannot sleep. I think sometimes that I will wake and find myself inside one of the animates. Will I ever even know? Will it not be like waking one day to find myself blind and mute? What are you doing here? I'm hiding. I passed by one of the machines and suddenly I couldn't breathe. I was thinking about the work we've done, the things that we've seen, how even small deeds can scar the soul. Is mine so ragged? Will Odnu's son be grateful when we've torn him from his rest? Are you still loyal? Of course, I'm a devoted servant. His voice goes high. I didn't mean, please, I never meant that I would ever renounce my oaths. Heyo, Lucas, how are you? Apparently I have discovered that by talking to the Twin Elms, that is like right before endgame, so now I'm trying to do all of the side quests that I did not end up finishing, or at least as many of them as I possibly can. Do you know the way past the speaking door? I know the oath, of course. We speak it every day. I am a servant to Onua. My sword arm is pledged against his enemies. My soul is sworn to his purpose. Sworn. Huh.
Eyes open.
Ooh, a belt. Girdle of the driving wave. Cool. Who is beltless? I'm beltless. I need a belt. My belt now. Yeah, I've got, let's see here. Doing the stuff, this and Master Below, I'm trying to see if I can finish up. Then I've got Durant still hasn't given up the goods. I don't know if I'm going to get to Sagina's because I haven't really used her. Then I just started getting more from Grieving Mother. I didn't realize you could talk to them outside of when they said that they want to tell you they want to talk. Siege of Craighold, what's that? I don't know what that is, but it's something. Mercy of the Tribes, that's another one. That's probably from the new area. And then a bunch of tasks. I have to do some bounties and other random stuff. And then I haven't figured out if the White March and like the DLCs are something that I should probably do once I've finished the main quest. I'm probably going to wait to do those because when I went to start the Durgan's battery, I think I was level 8, and oh my god, there were only 2 mercenaries and they practically killed me. Dead. I think the only person that survived that was Eater. So I'm waiting on that one. What remains of this statue suggests it once depicted a young warrior. There are runes along the base and statue's feet. His name is Maros. What's this? This is the Flames of Fair Rien. Cool. Okay, well I guess that's just the treasure room. Okay. So now I need to go fast back. Back this way.
I'll see what I can find.
How about that?
Whoops. Okay, just me. How about we just me? Oh, I can't disarm that one. Hello, Evil. How are you? Oh, not that lady. I wonder if this is the door that I was talking about. It probably is. Okay. I'm gonna get everybody past
Your thoughts must flow
the trap.
deeply indeed.
No! Well, okay. Did she get something bad? Oh, thank you. am having fun trying to finish up all these side questy things before the end. Alright,
I'm here.
let's try that again.
Laying low.
And go with that.
Certainly.
Alright, that's a lot of screaming. And I don't want to be stunned, so... Alright, you need to do your thing, buddy. That one.
My thoughts.
Moeth Ixi Ana.
Oh. Spirit's just coming out of the woodwork here.
Be
Just in
cautious.
case.
Be constant.
Oops. I love the newest ability that I got from Pellegrina, or from Pelagina, is that if she smacks you upside the
here.
head, it gets you out of charm. I think that's probably the best thing ever. Spirit. This spirit stands stiffly at attention, her gaze focused on the end of the hallway. One arm bears up a heavy round shield, though the rippling blur of soul energy obscures what lies upon it. Hello? Her head turns a little bit. They've passed the Blight Forges. If the Overseers live, we may stop them yet in the chambers beneath. If Cabros and his pack of scheming wizards haven't betrayed us. Yeah, I have it on Twitch and on YouTube. I'm using this thing called Restream to do it on both, which is kind of cool. The mob may be on us soon. Better to make peace with whatever god you will have. Will have you. Are you afraid? Afraid of what? Indeed. What's to fear at all? Our own people turn against us. What remains? If we are victorious, who will feed the machines then? I do not fear the battle. I fear what will become of our Lord once we are victorious. What further madness the children of the wheel will pour into his ears. Perhaps he would stop once his son is returned to him. But will they let him? Children of the wheel, that's a new one. While old Nua contents himself with his titan, they dig after the very heart of heaven. Madness, all of it, and yet old Nua holds them close at his side. None of this would happen if not for them. They have driven our great lord from grief into madness, pushed him into these deeds. He was a great king. Perhaps he will be again. Yep, same pseudo. Same handle. I use it pretty much everywhere. On Tumblr, on Twitter. Come, we'll rally the fences at the steps. Funnel the manure blades. With the animates beside us, they won't stand Spirit gasps noiselessly, mouth agape. She gropes for something at her back, unseen. Takes a listing step sideways, away from you, her eyes wide. Gaze into yours. You traitor. Her leg buckles, and as she falls, the misty lights form her shape thin and scatter. You were a distraction.
I'm here.
Nice and quiet.
How about that?
Whoops. Can't get that one disarmed. What's this? Oh, is this the machine part? Okay. See you there. The chat will show up.
I'm here.
This chat thing that I'm using actually shows and funnels both chats, so I'll still be able to see you. Hello, Chlorodrix. The evil is Chlorodrix, I'm hoping. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, different name. But yes, yeah, I figured I've had the Twitch channel for a while. I just didn't. Yay! I've had the Twitch channel for a while. I just hadn't like really used it much because I had more people that knew me on YouTube because I'd done a couple of random YouTube videos as opposed to just live streaming before. So that's why I stuck with the YouTube gaming part when I saw that that was going to be a thing. And then, oh, there's an adamant. But then I found somebody randomly watching, I was watching their stream and they were streaming to both YouTube and Twitch and they were using this chat thing. And I was like, oh, I must be able to do this. I need it. So. You can attack this guy.
Don't even slow it!
Alright, you need to do this bouncy ball thing, because that'll be fun.
Bring it down!
That's not very helpful.
Okay, something is healing him, so we're gonna just start attacking that guy now.
No.
Okay, I totally need to heal Blue.
Help here.
Alright, now you need to get serious.
La Faru.
It's no use.
Getting slightly better at the combat-y thing. Not 100%, but slightly better.
That's not very.
Alright. You need to now heal.
Moe ixi a. No!
Okay, I did. Okay, that's fine. Hooray, they're all dead.
Yes.
It's a normal, regular bow. Shh. Anything fun in here? These strange mechanisms have cracks in several places and some components appear to have been dismantled. There's no clear means of activating them. Boo. What's this? Rite of Youthful Spirits. Oh, it gives you athletics. Cool. And some Arterband. Yeah, I'm in Caed Noir, or underneath. I was trying to see if I can find the master below, because I'm trying to do all the side quests before Endgame.
That's it!
That one hit through.
What did this say? A wanted criminal by the name of Neri the Deft Hand has arrived at Stronghold seeking aid in fleeing Deerwood. Okay, I guess I'll have
At
to
once.
wait.
How about that?
Oh. Yeah, I got it.
I'm here.
Hello, deal. Alright. Why? It's the first time I've ever played it, and I like the story. Alright, I'm gonna go up a level just so I can drop off this quest with the Vithrak. Oh, thanks, Clondrix. I try. Alright. I brought you stuff. Chair greets you, human animal. Has been below. It has what we seek. Did they actually attack me on the way back? I don't think they did. I have the outer samples. You feel another passing itch in your skull and then a rippling echo of joy. Then Vithrak owe you a great debt. With these we study, learn master secrets. We make statues greater than old dead master of Hollow Place. Stravik Narth will gleam like the sea. Vithrak, thank you. Is having coin. Is custom, yes? Vithrak have coins of many ages. Will give many. If human animal goes still into deep places. Should talk to Creevy. Creevy has supplies. Ah, I figured he would. Cherak is giving this also. Found in tunnels and does not suit Vithrak. Keeps humans safe, yes? Will bring fortune. Gain drawn in spring. I wonder what that is. I'll be on my way. Vithrak, remember, long after sun falls into sea. This is start of something. New turn of the wheel. Young will live in better place. Yeah, it's a good story. And if you like the strategy type based stuff, or like combats and things like that, where you have to pause, do everybody's stuff and everything like that. That's not my cup of tea, but I've been really, really liking the story, so I've been slogging through it. Once more, the fluting voice of Vithrak. Yes, you said had supplies. Yes, Jack said. Is saying, you help us. Creevy is collecting supplies. Add your tongue can see. Oh wow, he's got some pretty cool stuff. All these exceptional things. Cool, I'm gonna trade you all my crap because I need to. Yeah, I don't need that many battle axes, holy crap. I need to keep at least one of each, just in case. Oh yeah, I don't know how many, I'm glad that they were able to at least do the translations. I've actually, I've never really looked at a lot of the games that I do play at what the other translations are, although I've heard some of the ones, especially that have voice work, they're always kind of fun. It's okay. I'm gonna guess that, that's gonna, that probably means, like, otherwise, maybe. But that's what my brain filled in. Just a cape, and just a cape. Alright. Anyhow, yeah, that works. I don't need that book. I remember that much. I think I'm gonna buy the exceptional robe. I feel like I should, just so I can go ahead and enchant it. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy that just so I can enchant it. I hope I can enchant it. Because I'm wearing hide, but let's see what I can do. Ooh, I think corrode would be nice. I think that's good. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a dagger. Yeah, the inventory is like crazy sauce. Yeah, some of these things I'm kind of like, just there's too many options. What's wrong? Okay, I will be right back. I had a cat emergency. Be right back. Hello, I'm sorry about that. If it's not the house almost burning down, it's my cat having an accident. Woohoo! Anyway, what was I doing? Ooh, what's this? I didn't even know I had this. A ring of thorns. It's giving me dex. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, you have no rings, so you get one. You get one. That one sounds good here, too. Yeah, I kind of wish they did have some sort of way to just filter out a lot of the junk loot. just some of the stuff is just kind of like, what? Do I know if I can learn anything from these? Not that one. Nope. Nope. Okay, so these are all not necessary. She's using a two-hander, not a one. Actually, let's look at him. Oh, I think I kind of like his club. So we'll keep it. Okay, what was I doing? I was actually, yeah, I was gonna equip that. Because that looked pretty awesome. And I think you are gonna get this wanky new robe that I'm about to make. Intellect 2. And let's make you shockproof. Yeah, I think the only thing that you can... Yeah, please add filter. Do you know if this game can be modded? Like, I imagine if it could be modded, people might just mod it instead. Oh wow, that looks much better on him. He looks actually like semi-regal. And not ridiculous. Alright, the dagger. I'm gonna give it to her just because. Let's see. I used the Clorox stuff. So, I mean, if you want to go, you might want to run downstairs and grab a air freshener or something. Sorry, I didn't even know. Yeah. Okay, I think this one's gonna go here, because it's better than that one. There's filters? I don't know, I still haven't figured out a lot of the just crafting in general. Like, I know that you can craft potions and scrolls and stuff like that, and I think you can even cook to do things, although, like, I haven't actually used any of the foods. Really? I probably should. Seems like something I should probably be doing, but at the same time, don't even know. Like, why not? I'm gonna start making food, because I bet you there's an achievement that I'm missing out on. Haha! Got it. Close enough. Yeah, well, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, especially if things are starting to get really hard. Oh, hey, look at that. I can actually use that other dagger. Here. Good enough. Wish there was a better hunting bow. Well, no, that's the one that I was using before. Oh, well. Yeah, this game does take a long time. I don't know. I don't want to steal that. Although I guess I can just have it now. But I already learned everything out of it, so there's no point.
Aye?
I actually need to look at your Grimoire now that I think about it, because I think I forgot to... Yep, I did. Haha. What's this? Caster temporarily sacrifices arcane power for... Yeah, I don't care. And this is calls a black ring of necrotic energy into being that spreads out in all directions, causing corrode damage. Ooh, neat. And I'm gonna give you... A lot of food gives might. Oh, we'll just put that there.
I'm here.
Alright. Though I do wonder if this game can be modded. Oh, I have a lot of them on him. I take Aloth everywhere with me except when he gets taken away from me, and then I get sad. Because then he was like gone for like 6 days, and I brought the druid with me, and it felt weird. How long do I have on that other guy? He's leaving in 5 days. Okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna save. A large, ornate, and Withian door stands before you. To either side rest large crystals glowing with a faint light. You feel a particular change in the air, as if some presence were nearby, yet there is nobody to be seen. You hear a whisper emerging from the thin air, from the general direction of the door. It grows, both in volume and in number, many voices speaking quietly. In moments it has become a chaotic hiss of voices, each vying to be heard, but as you listen, the voices begin to settle into a cadence and then into words, a phrase spoken by many at once. Beneath stone and weight of years rests one who would slay death. Who comes to wake him? Worn smooth by the passage of time, the door bears no obvious means of opening it beyond whatever enchantment lends its voice. There's no place for a key nor any handle. It seems you'll have to try something else. Try that one. The voices whisper and murmur and then fade so swiftly and suddenly that silence follows with jarring. Nothing follows. It seems you have been dismissed. I can try again. Once more the buzzing swarm of discordant voices rises around you, and as one they speak. Beneath stone and weight of years rests one who would slay death. Who comes to wake him? I'm a servant to Odois. My sword arm is pledged against his enemies. My soul is sworn to his purpose. You feel a peculiar chill in the air, and the voices grow sharp and terse. Here pass no traitors. You are struck by a sudden lashing arc of energy from the door. It is a sharp, piercing pain, but after a few moments only the memory of it lingers. The voices quiet and fade, leaving you alone. Ah, that was the wrong answer. Okay. Well, that was mentioned. Oh, the ghost in the beginning was breaking it. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, there it is. Okay, because it's the opposite of what the actual oath is. And the door slides open. The crystals to either side of it dim. With the light go, the voices fading first into murmuring whispers and then silence. The path is clear. Did that give me a concussion? Oh, it gave me minor fatigue.
I'm here.
Keeping an eye out.
Nice. Oh, this might suck. Oh, hey, it's a guardian. Go ahead, go for it. Oh, there's more. Hardron. Yeah, there's tons. This is gonna suck. Okay, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. I might have to sleep outside the door in a second here, but we'll find out. Oh, I needed to sleep anyway. I was out of spells. Okay, this is gonna suck. This is gonna be fantastic. It's gonna suck so bad. Alright. We want to kill that thing first. Okay. Or we're gonna try to kill that thing first, I hope.
Yes?
Grith Uligda!
Alright, we'll see if that works. Oh, something healed that. You healed. I don't like you at all. I think everybody's gonna start attacking you now. Except for you, you need to heal the dog, or the bear. Alright, now. And you can probably get that done, yeah.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Oh, Palagina's done died. She done been messed up. Okay, well, that's okay. Oh, it's not okay, but it's okay. Let's see. I think these guys are immune to slumber. Yeah.
Not even slow it!
Artifact worth.
Nope, there goes the... Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to redo this one. That's okay, though. Oh, he got totally healed. Not liking this at all. Which one is the healer? Are they both healers?
Lavaru beyond seek!
Nice to meet you too, Bruno. Alright, let's try bringing you back. And then also just doing this.
Damn it!
Ah, they keep taking her over. Yeah, I'm just gonna reload this. I quick saved right beforehand, so. Because I forgot that I needed to sleep. Damage versus... I guess they're spirits? I hope they're spirits. Oh, hey, you find yourself back in the space inside the grieving mother's mind. It is familiar this time, and even though you feel you have seen countless births from this vantage point, something fills you with unease. The sky has darkened, and the mist has risen from the forest to hem you in. You are trapped. You hear something. The sound is strange, dissonant, like warping metal. You grit your teeth against the noise, and yet as it rises, the eerie melody drives the numbness from your limbs and clears a space in the mist. Focus on the chimes. The noise resolves into a dull tone. As it resounds through your bones, you see that your hands are in motion. And once again you are drawing forth life, something warm and fragile struggling into the world. The scene feels familiar, a moment you have lived and dreamed 1,000 times before, and yet something ominous gnaws at the edges. Focus on the child. Yeah, I have to fix my stances in a second. As your hands move, you hear the sound of chimes, clear and sharp, yet somewhere distant they seem echoed by something else. The wails of sorrow? Toil and bells? It's impossible to tell. Inexplicable inexplicable sense of dread fills your soul as the child makes its journey to you, push by push. A malicious presence seems to surround you, and you lean forward to shield the child. At last the baby emerges, wet and ruddy from its journey. A lifetime seems to have passed as the newborn moved from womb to world, and another seems to pass as you cradle the trembling child, waiting. The child cries out. It's full of life, full of soul, the chime echoing in its thoughts, filling it with its welcome. The soul is blurred at the edges, as if you're viewing a soul from within a soul. But it is there. It is alive. The woman before you is weeping, and at her first cry, her hands reach out for it. Surrender the child. You surrender the child to her, something you've done many times before, and as your hands move, the dull clangor sounds, and you feel a weight hanging from your wrists. You look down and see bones, tiny and malformed, hanging from a string about your wrist. They're heavier than they should be, and as they clank together, they make a noise like funeral bells. The mother is too intent upon her newborn to pay you any heed, and so you hide your wrist behind your back. She need never know, can't ever know. As you hide the bone chimes, you shiver, in relief with premonition, at the chill wind that suddenly sweeps the plateau. I have got to talk to her now, because otherwise I'm not going to remember
Your
nothing.
mind comes bearing questions, Watcher.
A question for you. I walked again in your memories. This time they felt strange. Your vision gives way to a waves of feelings while you feel the jagged marks of violence you passed before. This time the path is easier. There is no resistance, and you set about casually harnessing her memories, focusing on the one you seek. There is a slow rush, a warmth, and your thoughts enter as before, circling the memory you shared when you first met. You find yourself back in the space inside the grieving mother's mind. It is familiar this time, and even though you feel you have seen countless births from this vantage point, something fills you with unease. The sky has darkened and the mist has risen from the forest to hem you in. You're trapped. You hear something. The sound is strange, dissonant, like warping metal. You grate your teeth against the noise, and yet as it rises, the ear melody drives the numbness. Focus on the chimes. The noise resolves into a dull tone. Wait, is this gonna be... Okay, this is just reliving it. The woman should be in pain. The natural pain of childbirth, you know. This is, but it's faint, distant. You realize that you're soothing the pain with your mind, smoothing out the eddies of pain and relaxing your thoughts just enough so that she can still push from within. You are taking that pain onto yourself, but the pain has layers. One is a pressure, a familiar welcoming pain, and the other is a sharp razor at your consciousness more recently than this memory. As you try to recall how you reached this place, you feel the same hollowness inside yourself, a pit filled with the clawing winds of a bowwhack. The very thought fills you with disquiet, like the memory of a nightmare. Okay. Surrender the child. Continue. Mother's too intense. I believe your memories, a mixture of curiosity and fear.
And what did you see in my memories? I would hear you speak of them.
Okay, is that... No, it's no matter. Move on. Okay, I guess that's it.
Yes?
Weird recycling of stuff. He should be in the front. Yeah, Eater should be in the front.
At once.
Okay, now that everybody has slept, I'm gonna save again. I am enemy. Okay.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Hey.
I'm here.
Alright. I think the Adra Animate are the ones I'm gonna have to kill first. Because I think they're the ones... Actually, now that I think about it. Can I get
I'm here.
Blue over there without being seen? He's gonna get seen, he's gonna get seen. Alright. This should be fun. I need you to immunize us from being taken over.
What?
Alright. Now everybody go after the adamant. Alright, I need you to put up a wall of force. Just right smack dab in the center.
This thing is...
Okay. Now I need you to do that. I need you to do
I'm no help here.
I don't like being stunned either, darn it. What's this?
This thing isn't doing the job.
No, I need you to do... What did I need you to do? Okay, she needs help. And did I... Yeah, I gotta heal her. Yeah. And then I need you to really nail this thing.
Mow it.
Ah, come on, Pallerina. It's more like the oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Okay, blue needs to come back and attack this thing. These things keep just healing each other. Ah, do I have anything that stops them from healing each other? You need to do that.
No help here.
Yeah, that's not cool. Do that thing.
Hey,
What is it?
That's it!
Oh my goodness. I'm not exactly sure how I can do this with against 3 flippin' healers.
That's not very helpful.
Nothing I can do!
Oh, you've even taken over the Guardian? Or no, that's not it.
Mow it.
That still seems like it's not enough.
Breathe.
Oh, no, he's about to die.
Riff ulik. That's not very helpful.
Voice lost.
Nope, and there he goes. Doesn't matter. Can't seem to kill him.
That's
You need to do that thing again.
This one repels my...
Alright. And then you need to heal or something. Is that the one? No. Food doesn't work like that. Alright. Yeah, much panicking. There is much panicking, that's for sure. Yeah. What's next? I think I'm gonna try that on you. And you guys all try killing the thing.
Riff. That's it.
This one repels me.
Alright, well that's dead. And this thing is almost dead.
It's no use!
Okay, how many spells do you have left? Do you have that? Yeah, that thing.
Aspect worth and rough.
Alright, just keep attacking.
This one
Yes! Alright,
repels my
last one.
touch.
I'm no...
That's it.
This one repels my touch.
Yeah, I know, pretty much. As long as one person is alive, it's all good. Hooray! We survived! Let's see what the Guardian has on him. Ooh, Edge of Reason. Yeah, that wasn't very reasonable. Neat. I'm totally putting that on Eater. Bet that's probably really good for him. Yep, totally doing that one now. Thank you! I survived! Quick save.
I'm here.
Shh.
Now I'm gonna check and make sure there's nothing in the room that's like secret. And then I'm also going to rest. Because god damn it. Alright. Downstairs we go. I try. Oh boy. Let's do this.
Yes?
Steal the tings. Ooh. Yay, I think I found the bottom, maybe? Is this where the feet are? Oh no, there's still more. But at least I can actually get upstairs from here. Now that I have that. What's this? This is loot. Oh boy. I can't go very far in here. Ooh, there's thrumming. What's this? Yeah, I don't have the patience for that. That's why I usually just... I have a warrior's, like, mentality where I will just, like, I don't even know why I'm playing a ranger right now. I should have probably just played a fighter. But, like, for the most part, I have a warrior's mentality of I charge from the front. Oh, I can't be stealthy anymore. Spirit of Ode Noir. The shade emerges like a wound in the world, split open to reveal hollow darkness. Beneath a writhing crown of shadow lies a gleaming mask bearing the visage of an older man. The silver face turns towards you, features cold and still. From within the sockets of the mask's eyes, guttering fires emit their eerie light.
Who are you? Would you abandon your king? Take up your sword! To battle! The enemy has come!
There.
Then you are no lost soul of mine. No soldier. I have no power over you. But neither have you found your quarry, for before you is Ode Noir, king in life of a great people, master now of nothing.
Something with a longer reach, for I can do nothing outside this wretched chamber. The stone is like an anchor. The mask turns back towards the crystal at the center of the room and the body there.
Many souls do pass from time to time into this place. The Audra draws them deep, and there they are consumed, but not by me.
Something dwells in the place beneath us, and there feeds upon my people, as it did when we drew breath. It is an old, ancient thing, and you will not conquer it any more than we could conquer ignorance. Ode Noir suddenly shudders, and the shape of him seems to warp into it as the tines of his dark crown grow long, and the surface of his mask ripples like molten ore.
None walk there save Ode Noir's line. You will not tread in that place. Not there.
Calm, I mean you no harm. You can do nothing I would not suffer gladly to keep you from that place. Do you think to fool me? We have suffered too many traitors. Ode Noir raises a hand towards his face, and the fires there dim. You would only be destroyed as swiftly as any other soul which ventures there. I cannot risk that you should meddle with the statue. No, I will not allow it.
But you see them. What remains of them? As the Mad One did before you. As I do. My subjects. My people. The endless paths. 1,000 hands toiled to create it. But it was my voice, my will, that directed them. The great work of our age.
Or it would have been, if they had only allowed me to finish. If they understood that from such rotted foundations could emerge wondrous achievement, that the same curse I sought to cure afflicted them in turn. That my son might, from one moment to the next, be lost to me is abomination. He wants only that I should be proud of him. How can a father convince his son that he might accomplish nothing and still be the light of his life? How if he's gone? So many hours and days spent wondering if I had been there but a moment earlier, if I had stopped him from leaving that morning, if I had only known that I would never see him again.
Lost, treading these endless paths, these regrets, with him forever moving out of reach into some darker place, away from me. Have they loved nothing in all their lives? Lost nothing? Wives, husbands, children? Might I not show them then the agony of it?
They grieve how much as everyone else. What did they make of their grief? Nothing. None of them dared. None tried. I had the vision, and the people followed me. They believed they knew what I promised. And if some came only to test their knowledge, at least they contributed to our understanding. We came so close, you do not understand. The frustration of it has only festered in me. I cannot cease thinking on it. Every moment I have lost.
Have they loved nothing in all their lives? Lost nothing? Wives, husbands, children? Might I not show them then the agony of it?
What's caused the paths to become overrun? Time, the press of time. We chased such beasts from our work sites in our day. They were but passing pests, but in time their numbers have been allowed to grow. And now they are chased up from the depths by that which dwells there, the new master of this place, feeding on the souls of all that have succumbed to the paths, to grief or greed.
Have they loved?
We sought the place where the veins of the world meet, where a soul might be drawn from the Adra. If we could find the means to keep the soul intact, to preserve its memory, we are so close, it is nearly done. My people shaped for me a titan, vast and wondrous in form, so that it might be worthy of the soul that would dwell within it. I have not looked upon it since. They will destroy all that I've worked for. They will steal my only hope. Will we allow the rabble to strike us from this world, to steal my son from me a final time?
Up, soldiers! Up, conquerors of death! Keep them from the statue! Will you leave your lord to fight alone?
Stone seems to shake beneath your feet and the air grows cold, but nothing emerges from the darkness. Echoes of Odnoa's command fade. His spirit regards the crystal where his body dwells silent. How are you still here? Is it so strange? I can sense the power in you. You must have seen by now the limits of the shroud, how easily one slips its shackles if pressed. My son did not have the time, perhaps, it was so fast, his soul went swiftly into the stream. But I could find it again. I did find it. I was so close. And then the invaders, the mutiny, traitors all coming to smash the machine, the crystals. They had no thought for the lives spent, the progress we made. To rip a soul from the afterlife, to return him to my arms, I was so close. The mob slew my most faithful. Then came for me, a blade in the stomach, like any common dog. But I robbed them of their trophy. My body, at least, would not be parted from this place. I cast one final spell. You sealed yourself in here. Actually, your people wanted vengeance for what you did to them. Vengeance?
Vengeance? And what of my vengeance? A son taken from me in prime of life. My boy, not of illness, nor of age, not well. Do you understand? His soul lingered yet in the living world. I knew it. I sensed it. But I could not speak to him. Could not hear him.
You could have. I sense it on you. But we are 2,000 years too late. How I remember him still, his face. I need no carving to remind me. He was much like his mother, wanted to be a warrior as she was, but had my temper, my wretched looks. I would have slaughtered the world to have him return to me. They ought to have been honored, to sacrifice their lives for his resurrection, to save their prince. What are you that I should concern myself with your life when they have trapped me here? I cannot cross the threshold. The way is barred to me. He is out of my reach even now. They have broken it. My statue, my memorial, the vein is severed, and I am parted from the source. And still something dwells in the place beneath us, and there feeds upon my people, as it did when we drew breath. An old ancient thing, you will not conquer it, any more than we could conquer ignorance.
None walk there save Odd Nua's line. You will not tread in that place. Not there.
Okay, if this thing is responsible for the attacks on Caed Nua, then perhaps I can help us both. How? Will you destroy that which survived the end of my people? No, you will only anger it. It will drink your life like water. I'm only here to defend my stronghold. I must defeat this creature. It threatens your world, your homes, not mine, for we are long dead. To me, it is but an obstacle, and when it too at last perishes, I will have my chance. I've waited for so long, I cannot risk this.
But you see them. What remains of them? As the Mad One did before you. As I do.
God damn
My
it.
subjects. My people.
Okay.
Many souls.
Yep.
None walk there save Odd Nua's line.
I don't answer to dead kings. I will tolerate no trespassers. Not here. The sisters will guard me still. Children of the wheel, this is not the eternity they longed for. Not the discovery I promised, but they still linger. But still they linger, here, bound by loyalty alone. After all this time, you will not be what sends me from this place. Maybe this one? You think the possibility does not rule my thoughts. I have been bound as surely as if they intended. It is an irony I have reflected upon for longer than you have walked the world. And now you think to console me? Darn. Perhaps it's time to let go. I have tried. I cannot. The regret burns within me like fire. It eats at all thought. Not. All that remains, if I forget, there will be nothing left of him. There will be. His spirit is out there. Isn't that enough? He would not know me. What they have made me. You will not speak of him. You do not know him. Have you forgotten his name? Hi, Geppetto. This is a mom who's definitely having a hard time with some of the story, as good as it is, because it's just like, stabs me in the chest. Oh, no. Have you forgotten his name? With a sound like cracking of ice, fractures emerge from Ode Nua's mask. At your feet, frost begins to creep across the floor, spreading outwards, woman pissing him off. No, I know it still. It rings in my ears. He will have forgotten me. There is nothing for him to recognize. I've destroyed myself long before the people turned on me. There are deeds which scar the soul, injuries that will not mend, that will last into the next life. If I go now, he will see them. Let him judge for himself. The dark shape of Ode Nua's spectre shudders and heaves. The air around you grows cold until frost has begun to form around the tiles. The shadow seems to draw light into themselves, threatening to plunge you into darkness. And then, at last...
End, then. At last.
His form seems to unravel, darkness ceding away to frail light, and then fading entirely.
Morals.
Woohoo! Yeah, I just got to... I can't believe I actually was able to talk him out of it. That felt like a lot of circular talking, but I did it. And hey, the thing's dead. Or the thing's gone. Saving. I was wondering if it was going to make me attack him. I didn't want to. I wanted him to just go. Do your thing. You've been here for 2,000 years. You need to go.
Eyes open.
Oh boy. This is level 15. Wait,
Stand together!
there's Zerups down here? Really? The Pillars of Eternity, equivalent of kobolds.
Be cautious. Be constant.
Warm air pulses through the aperture.
That's it!
That one hit true. If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them. Stand together!
These things are literally like snacks. I feel like I'm snacky caking before the big fight.
Be cautious. Be constant.
Well,
All
I'm
this to find feet. I should have guessed.
Giant feet. The stairs ahead have crumbled away, leaving you at the edge of a dark pit. You all have to proceed down carefully, and climbing back up may be difficult. Climb carefully down? I have seen it. Yes, I think I actually have it. Shifting rocks and crumbling wall make progress slow and treacherous. In the last stretch before the bottom, Durant steps on a loose stone and rolls the rest of the way to the bottom. Ah, Durant's. You find yourself at the bottom of a wide basin, looking up at titanic boulders and Audra formations. Durant has rolled his ankle? Yeah. Okay.
I shall be discreet.
Alright, I'm gonna put you back in front. Uh-oh. Holy bejesus! I hope you're alone. Audra Dragon. From under a cloak of gloomy shadow, lit only by the sickly hues of the Ardra statue, emerges what can only be a dragon, vibrant living Ardra plates at its hides, and the movement of its great joints like the grinding of boulders. The dragon stretches itself up to its full height, its horns looming like towers, and then it lowers its head, turning a sharp and intelligent gaze upon you. Merla, is there no end to it?
Here you are, nearly at the heart of the world. What a journey you have made.
You are the master below.
Yes, the master below. You have found her. Kadnua is mine, as is all that lies beneath it. How fortunate you are to learn such well-guarded secrets. All it has cost you is your life.
All this
In a fashion, think on it. How many hundreds of souls killed by fawning Zorips, or devoured by trolls? Dashed against sealed doors, dragged screaming into dark pits by spiders. All to see what you have seen. A gate into the past. The history of a fallen people. The haunted treasures of a mad king. The final monument of a distraught father, an old man weeping in the dark. And each and every man and woman that falls comes here, to this place, to me. All that remains of a dead man's greatest wish, a grand memorial, or merely a sorry little tomb. More than Ardnua's precious son are buried here, of course. Many more. It is where the Ardra veins converge, before descending into the hollows of the world.
That is what calls you all down here in the end, though it lies now beyond reach. Do you feel it, now that you are so close, that pull towards transformation? I'd rather not fight. That is your way, isn't it? To bandy words instead of blows, to negotiate and compromise. There are no sweet words that will save you here, human. We've each come to our limits. I can't let you leave. You'll have every dragon hunter for miles down here trying to make a name for themselves. And you, well, you can't go any further. This is the end. I wish I had better resolve. Tell me why you're down here at least. Surely you can guess. The dragon raises her head, looking towards the towering legs of the Ardra statue. You know what power lies within the soul. Everything here, living or dead, knows it, feeds on it, thrives on it. I fed upon Odnua's slaves while they toiled, and then, once I had grown upon the Titan and the living veins of the world. To go from a single feeble intelligence to hearing the voices of hundreds, perhaps that sounds familiar to you. Statue survives, in part, as do I. We are much changed, the both of us. Nothing can feed upon the souls of thousands and remain the same. Yeah, Eater is totally like, can I pet it? But you are the only one to have come so far. I cannot allow you to leave, not now that you've seen this place. What will you do when the Ardra's gone? What indeed? Am I to dig my way free? Follow your tracks up and out of this place? Already the Titan is not as it once was. I have a few centuries yet before the remainder has lost its power, and then I will survive. I will starve. But that hardly helps you here and now. So you're trapped here. I came into this place as a hatchling. I was yet small, and my wings light. You will note that I have grown. So too has the Ardra weighed me down. But I am not wholly trapped, no. The mind wanders, and like your ciphers, I can cast myself beyond the limits of my bones. Only my reach is far greater than theirs. All that has happened since Odnua's fall, I have witnessed firsthand. The fall of cities, the death of languages, war, pestilence, the mundane lives of farmers and kings alike. Tired days I've lingered in the low consciousness of people 100 leagues apart. But in time, always, the body calls.
And here I return. The endless tide of treasure hunters. Ardnua's sorrow. I have observed 100 lives upon the surface, and all are dear to me. But the flesh reigns.
There's not much Ardra left. No, and in time I, like all who walk these paths, will die as well. Is there no way to free you?
Do you mean to dig me free? There may be a way, if you are willing. I cannot send the whole of my soul afield, not at once. But if you were to take something of mine past the boundaries of this place, I could obtain a new living vessel, a body with which I might wander the world, as you do.
How would this be done? There is an old amulet given to me by the Zirips, with a talisman of Ardra as matched my scales. Such tokens provide a grounding point, and if you could find the vessel that might hold a soul as powerful as mine... It is a matter of transferring my soul first into this small portion of Adra, and into some adequate body. The meat of me dies here, but I will live in another form. So would I have to kill someone? Weaken, not kill. But yes, someone of sufficient power that my soul will not burn their flesh to cinders. Is there such a person in my journeys? There is a dragon hunter, fallen Robe, who has girded her soul against such threats. I would be lying human if I said I did not also enjoy the irony of it. She lingers at the shrine of Galawain within the scorched forest, the Black Meadow. Perhaps she means to rekindle that fading sense of victory. What will you do with a new body? I know not. Live out a final story, everything which occurs to me once I am free.
Then take the amulet.
Why not?
You will need to convince her by some means to place the amulet about her neck. With that conduit between us, I will have the means to displace her soul and gain my freedom.
But first you must return to the place where you slew your predecessor. Set that scale upon the Titan's hand, and I will then move my soul within it, once you are out of reach.
Know this, I will not be easily betrayed, nor will mere stone contain me if I do not wish it.
Nice! Doesn't take anything that does that. Oh, wait. Oh, she's back. Okay. Or he's back. It took extensive searching and inquiry across 3 countries, but Kana eventually picked up the trail of a stolen Ardraban eye. Following the broken stone war, the Automa thief traveled south to Abet, then on to Nasitak. Among the Boreal dwarves, the thief found a wealthy buyer, the chief of a prosperous tribe. A generation later, the tribe fell on hard times and was raided both by Deadfire archipelago pirates and pale elves from the White That Wends. Pale elves sold the stolen island to merchants from the old villa, who took it to the north of blah 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 and remained there for 2 generations. When Darkozi Palace was sacked, one of the invading soldiers took the eye as a prize, carrying it across the sea to Ozai in the Valain republics. It was still there when Karna arrived, though the wealthy patriarch who owned the eye demanded a hefty sum. The Glenfathanethma did not hesitate to pay the price. Cool. Huh. That guy's still there. No dragon fight. If you want to fight the dragon, you could totally... I might still have to fight this dragon, because if I try to trick it, once it's in the stone, it might try to get out. But still, it's nice that I don't have to auto-kill the dragon.
Mind your step, little thief.
Oh. The Adra toenail is hard and smooth as steel tower shield. Do, do, do. The disappointer? Oh my god. Woo! I got to
I'm here.
The Adra is so smooth that you can barely feel the marks of a chisel. I wonder what's over here that she didn't want me to see. That's okay. I'll probably get to a chance to fight it. I love the fact that you don't need to actually fight her. That tickles me to no end. There's probably more, yeah.
I'm here. Certainly.
Oh, okay. That's all that was over here. Well, this should be interesting. I too also find it kind of ironic that a dragon hunter might become the dragon. But we'll see. Oh, I think it's one of those quest things where it's like, they say they give you something and then... I should probably level up actually really quick. Survival. Kinda want that. Idar! Athletics. Kinda like that. And then Durance needs to bank it. Yeah, I think that's the next one I wanted. I think she's gonna bank the stealth. Ooh, what's this? Disintegration? Oh, is there an achievement to killing her? Is she the only dragon in the game? And what do you get? More lore.
I'm here.
Well, I wonder. I only have quick saves and things like that too. Yeah, auto saves and quick saves on the endless paths. So I guess this is the path I'm taking. So what is it? Let's see what happens if I try to trigger. All right. Said on the hand. So that level? Right, hold on. Place the amulet upon this extra statue's hand. Alright. Oh, okay, the other hand. So I guess, yeah, there's one hand. That's where I wanted to go. You stand at the center of the upturned palm with the dragon directed you to place her amulet. Place the amulet on the statue. You place the amulet carefully on the palm. For a moment, nothing appears to happen. Then, as you look on, the outer gem begins to glow faintly and then steadily, gleaming like the dragon's own golden eyes. The amulet is warm to the touch. When you retrieve it, it seems to hum with power. I like that. Woohoo! No need to kill this dragon.
Gelade, well done. A formidable fortress in the old style. We don't build it.
Alright, where is this guy? There he is. Name's Neri. Begging your pardon and all, my lady, but I was hoping we could talk. Very well, let's hear it. So it might be I got myself nicked here and there for a few unsavory deeds. My name's on posters all over Defiance Bay now. Makes it harder to walk about freely if you get me. My thinking is, it's time for me to seek out new horizons. Deadfire Archipelago seems nice. And I'm out of everyone's hair, only I could use some help getting there. Not that I'm asking you to do this for free, mind. I picked up a couple of things from here from a fellow I know. Not much good to me if I'm caught. You should turn yourself in. You can't be serious. They'll hang me. No, that's a lie. I'll see that they give you a lenient sentence. Yeah, alright. It's been hard trying to find a burrow to hide in. Might be best just to start over clean. Thanks for giving me an honest chance at it, I guess. Woohoo! And she's gone. I get the feeling I might need a better resolve to try to convince this lady to get in the amulet.
Gelade, well done. A formidable fortress in the old style. We don't build them like this anymore, you know. Not by the sea. Too vulnerable to cannons.
Alright. I don't think I have any bounties. Did I do any bounties? Nope, I haven't killed any of these guys yet. Alright, let's find out where this person is. The Black Meadow. Seriously get the feeling I'm not going to be able to do that. Yeah, my resolve's only 14. That's not going to happen, but I'm going to try anyway. She ain't far. Oh, and she's up here. All by herself. Oh, well, you can go back to Defiance Bay, but yeah, you have to finish everything once Act 2 is done. A woman in gleaming mail stands guard before the shrine, her head bowed in thought or prayer. The clasp of her cloak bears the engraving of a dog's head. The amulet writhes in your pack, seeming almost to be alive. You feel a pressing compulsion to do as the dragon asked, and place it about the woman's neck.
Greetings.
She looks up as you approach, discarding her solemn appearance for a crooked grin. Greetings, stranger. Don't see too many travelers out this way lately. Shame, really. What are you doing out here? Having a few words with the father of monsters. It tends to be one-sided conversation. I come out here on occasion. I try to keep the shrine clear of branches and the like. Are you here to pay respect? Respects, ask the secret god's blessing on the hunt. Is there any good hunting around here? You would think so. I suppose it depends on what you're hunting. Trolls and their kin live here in abundance, living off what bandits stumble into the bush. Most of the deer have moved on, and more impressive beasts have already been slain. You might have better luck up to the southeast, the Searing Falls or Elm Shore. You must be Felonrod. I didn't think my name was common knowledge. How is it you know me? It's a long story. Let's just say there's a dragon with its mind set on your corpse. She wanted me to find you. Yep. Almost as soon as the word clears your lips, the amulet you hold shatters with a loud crack. Oh no, that was the wrong thing to say. You feel a foreign cresting wave of anger come upon you, and then the feeling is past. Seems she wasn't happy about you telling me the truth. I know it was the right thing to do and all, but I was starting to get attached to the idea of having a dragon friend. Here. Oh my god. I certainly am, however. It must have been tempting. But dragons make poor allies. Our ways are alien to them, and they don't much care about keeping promises. Scale breaker. Oh, I wonder what that is. I fear you've made a powerful enemy, one that you should seek out before it comes for you. For what you've done, I owe you thanks, and more besides. I'll teach you what I've learned in my time fighting her kind, and you can go better prepared into the battle. Okay, I am a little sad that I do have to kill her, but man, Heater's comment made my night. Oh my god. Okay, what's Scale Breaker? Is that like... Oh, here it is. Talent. One per rest. Average. Damage reduction, 12 accuracy, 12 all defenses. Points out the vulnerabilities in a single dragon or drake, reducing their damage reduction, accuracy, and all defenses for a short period of time. Nice! Granted, it's only for 18 seconds, but that's not bad.
Yes?
Is that what this is? Oh, that's my things. Lord's Authority, Holy Power, Knockdown. Oh, there it is. Scale Breaker.
At once.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Man, that was too funny. Well, I guess I can go try and kill the master below. It's a dragon fight. My first one. In this game, at least. I don't want to kill the dragon, but I guess it was being kind of shady, so...
I must say, I'm impressed.
I think I'm gonna at least do another rest if I'm gonna fight a dragon. I think I want might because I need my tank to not die. Oh man, no, it's almost midnight here, so I'm on the East Coast. Yeah, get the popcorn. Popcorn's back on, man. Oh god, I don't even know how this is gonna happen or how this is gonna work. This is gonna suck. I hope that what's his name doesn't roll his ankle again. Oh, I should probably done athletics. Oh, originally it was on the keyboard. It was the arrow keys, but I just remapped it to the WASD keys, WASD, because it was annoying the crap out of me that I had to try to use the arrow keys instead. So I've been using WASD instead. I wonder if there's an easier way to get down to her. Probably not. I think, yeah, I think I'm pretty much boned. I bet she mad. Careful. Okay, cool. Alright, we are not in the right position. Everybody. Positions! There we go, that's much better. I know. Time for a selfie.
I shall be discreet.
Alright. Nope, nope. She was like, and I see you. Everybody's gonna die. This is gonna be great. Okay, you... Okay, everybody needs to get out of stealth so that we're not doing the annoying little crawly thing. But you need to make sure that we are not going to be dominated or charmed at all. Okay, and then your next thing is to make sure that we have protection, because good gosh. Whoa! And Aloth is down right away. What the actual... No! Aloth is down. What just happened?
That's on me.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to try. Nope, that's not it. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna res Aloth, and then I'm gonna guess that Eder is probably gonna die. She's gonna try to heal.
That's embarrassing.
Okay. And then she's gonna... I don't think I can kill this thing right now. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, he needs like a second to catch his breath. And then you need to... Okay, you just need to heal. Do that. You need to heal these guys. And you need to also catch your breath.
My
Okay, what just happened? Yeah, it's barely injured. That's fine. Okay, need to do that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, where'd this fudge bucket come from? Ads are not cool, man. Ads are so not even cool. Alright, you need to just attack the dragon, but I need you to get over here. Oh, never mind. That's because these guys are here. Awesome. I need you to do your wall of force. Yeah.
thoughts would...
That didn't work. Okay, that's fine. It's cool, man. It's totally cool.
My thoughts were done.
Why didn't you do anything? Cass, nope. Nope.
lost.
Oh, man.
I'm ready.
Curses!
They're made.
Alright, that's okay. I'm doing crap damage now. Eater? No! Why are you dead? How did you die? I don't even know. Do you have another? You do. Okay, cool.
What? Curses! Moe Ixiana!
Alright, you're gonna need to do that. And then I need you to just like mega heal him. You know what? I'm gonna do that thing too. This dragon is ridiculous. Alright. And everybody dead.
That's embarrassing.
Passed from us.
Yeah, I think I need to level up a little bit more. Wah, wah. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish everything else except for the main plot, and then come back here, and then do that again. But not tonight, for it is midnight. And I think thinking about how I'm going to slay the dragon beneath the tower is going to have to be my homework. So badly,
I'd be glad to.
Well, apparently the dragon is only a level 11, too. So, and I just leveled to level 12. So, I mean, I'm technically a level higher than it, but obviously my strategy needs work. Plus the fact that there's apparently 2 frickin' Ziraps that I totally and completely missed. So they kind of distracted Pelaginia.
Last thing the Deerwood needs is another foreign colony.
See you later, Evil. Thank you for
I'm
watching.
here.
I'm gonna go ahead and save. And then I think I'm gonna go to bed. But thank you guys for watching. I most likely will not be streaming tomorrow night. I don't know, it depends what's going on. But and I'm not sure about Wednesday, so either I'll be streaming tomorrow night or I'll be streaming Thursday night. No, I'm leaving. I've got to go to sleep. I did not get much sleep last night, so I'm a little exhausted, and I have littles that I have to take care of in the morning. But, yeah guys, thank you very much, and I hope you have a good night. And thanks for coming by and keeping me company. And watching me get hecka-pwned.